Imagine a place so cold that the very air feels like a frozen blade against your skin. A place where temperatures can drop to levels unimaginable to most of the world. This is Oymyakon, a remote village in Siberia, Russia, known as the coldest inhabited settlement on Earth. Located in the heart of the Siberian Arctic, Oymyakon holds the record for the lowest temperature ever recorded outside Antarctica, a staggering -67.7°C-89.9°F. So, what is it like to live in such an extreme environment? How do the people of Oymyakon survive and thrive in one of the harshest climates on the planet? Join us as we journey into the coldest village on Earth. 1. The climate of Oymyakon. Extreme cold. Oymyakon is situated in the Sakha Republic, in the Russian Federation, part of Siberia famous for its vast, uninhabited wilderness and brutal winters. It is part of the pole of cold region, meaning it lies within the area where temperatures can regularly plunge to unimaginable lows. The village's climate is classified as subarctic, and its winters are long, severe, and unforgiving. In January, the average temperature hovers around -40 C, -40 F. However, the record low, set in 1933, reached an eye-watering -67.7 C, -89.9 F. In such conditions, any outdoor activity is an exercise in endurance. The coldest months of the year can last up to 7 months, with temperatures well below freezing from October to March. The sheer persistence of the cold forces both people and animals to adapt in extraordinary ways to survive. 2. Daily life. Surviving the cold. In Oymyakon, survival begins with preparation. People in this isolated village have learned to live in harmony with the cold, employing strategies passed down through generations. For locals, the weather isn't just a daily inconvenience, it's a way of life. In the winter, when temperatures can dip to extreme lows, everyday tasks like commuting to work or school can become daunting. Cars need to be prepped carefully before starting, with some owners keeping their vehicles plugged into heaters overnight to ensure the engines don't freeze. People wear layers upon layers of clothing, from thick fur-lined coats to special boots designed to keep the toes from freezing. The cold is so severe that even facial hair can freeze solid, and it's not uncommon to see people's breath turn into ice crystals. The houses, though modest, are built with materials designed to retain heat. Many of the homes are equipped with stoves that burn wood or coal to generate warmth. Residents also use kamenka, a traditional Russian heating system, where heat is generated by burning fuel in stoves and then circulated throughout the home. 3. The challenges of winter. Frozen pipes and limited resources. One of the most significant challenges in Oymyakon is dealing with frozen pipes. Water systems can freeze, making plumbing and access to clean water a luxury that many rural Siberians must carefully manage. In Oymyakon, many people use large tanks of water that are transported to their homes via truck. In the absence of an indoor plumbing system, residents gather water from local wells or rivers. But in the winter, these too can freeze over. Food also becomes harder to obtain during the winter months. While most of the village relies on locally grown produce and livestock, winter's grip on the land makes it impossible to farm or fish for long periods. The cold stifles agriculture and halts transportation, so the people of Oymyakon must stockpile food in the fall to survive through the long months of winter. Additionally, while the village may have access to basic goods and services, the extreme cold and remote location limit the frequency and reliability of supply shipments. In such an environment, resourcefulness is essential. The residents make use of what they have, from trading goods to preserving food in ways that keep it edible during the harsh months. It's a tough, yet resilient way of life. 4. The people of Oymyakon. Hardship and resilience. Despite the overwhelming challenges posed by Oymyakon's freezing temperatures, the people who live here have developed an extraordinary resilience. For many, the isolation and extreme conditions have fostered a unique sense of community. In such an unforgiving environment, Helping one another is not just a matter of kindness, it's essential for survival. There are fewer than 1,000 people living in Oymyakon, with the population fluctuating as people come and go, in search of better opportunities. Elsewhere, those who remain are incredibly resourceful and pragmatic. They tend to have a deep respect for nature, understanding that the cold is not something to be fought, but rather something to be worked with. As a result, the people of Oymyakon live with an awareness of their environment that is more intimate than most urban dwellers could imagine. Children are raised with a strong understanding of how to adapt to the cold. They are taught practical survival skills from a young age: how to dress properly, how to keep warm, and how to navigate the dangers posed by freezing temperatures. Although school attendance is regular, activities often focus on physical endurance and survival skills. The community has evolved its own social rituals and even festivals to cope with the long winters. 5. The animal kingdom in Oymyakon. How animals survive. It's not just humans who call Oymyakon home. The animal life here has adapted to the extreme cold as well. Siberian animals such as reindeer, wolves, foxes, and even bears have learned to survive the harsh conditions. But they, too, face obstacles due to the extreme cold and the long, dark winters. Many animals, like reindeer, grow thick coats to keep themselves warm, and others have evolved habits to conserve energy. Wolves and foxes, for example, have thicker fur coats and hunt in packs for efficiency. Domesticated animals, such as dogs, are vital to survival, often used for transportation or herding livestock. In winter, the residents of Oymyakon rely on sled dogs for transport when vehicles are unable to navigate the snow and ice. Life in Oymyakon is a constant battle against the elements, and the animals that thrive here are a testament to nature's ability to adapt to extreme conditions. 6. The psychological impact. Coping with isolation and darkness. Living in the coldest village on Earth doesn't just present physical challenges, it also has psychological effects. The isolation, coupled with the long, dark winters, can create a sense of emotional strain. Oymyakon, like many parts of Siberia, experiences the phenomenon of the polar night, where the sun does not rise above the horizon for weeks or even months at a time. During this period, residents can spend up to 20 hours a day in darkness. The absence of sunlight can cause feelings of depression or fatigue, known as seasonal affective disorder. This is why community bonds in Oymyakon are so important. They help people maintain morale through the months of isolation. Yet, despite these challenges, many people in Oymyakon express pride in their resilience. The community's toughness in the face of such adversity becomes a source of strength. The cold may be harsh, but it is something they have learned to endure with perseverance and solidarity. 7. Economic life. Livelihoods in the extreme cold. Most people in Oymyakon earn their livelihoods through farming, herding livestock, and fishing. Because of the extreme cold, agriculture is limited, but people grow what they can in the brief summer months, often focusing on root vegetables like potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. Livestock, such as cattle, horses, and reindeer, are a vital source of food and materials, including milk, meat, and hides, which are used for clothing and shelter. The village also has some tourism, particularly for those fascinated by the extreme cold. Adventurers and tourists come to experience the legendary chill, and a small hospitality industry has emerged around this demand. However, the economic life of Oymyakon remains largely tied to traditional practices and subsistence living. For most residents, survival means working hard to make do with limited resources, creating an economy based on self-sufficiency and adaptability. 8. The future of Oymyakon. Can it endure? As the world faces the effects of climate change, the future of places like Oymyakon raises questions. The village is facing the challenges of a changing environment, with unpredictable weather patterns, and the potential impact on its already fragile ecosystem. While Oymyakon has withstood centuries of cold, The modern world encroaches upon this remote outpost. More people are leaving for better opportunities, and younger generations are less inclined to live in such extreme conditions. However, the people of Oymyakon remain resilient, and there are still many who choose to stay. For them, living in Oymyakon is a matter of pride and tradition, a testament to their enduring strength and connection to one of the harshest environments on Earth. In conclusion, Oymyakon village, nestled in the Sakha Republic of Siberia, Russia, is a testament to the extremes of nature. Dubbed the Pole of Cold, this subarctic region plunges to unimaginable lows, often reaching 50 degrees in winter. The village's resilience in the face of such harsh conditions is awe-inspiring. Despite the unforgiving climate, Oymyakon remains inhabited, its residents adapted to a life where survival requires extraordinary endurance. This frozen village stands as a remarkable example of human adaptability and nature's incredible extremes.